That's a super, super tough one. I'm not sure. This is a total guess. I don't have a lot to go on here. I'm not really sure. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of crazy at this still. Let's keep going. What is good, beautiful people? It is your boy Raya and we are back. And in this video, I wanted to show you guys something super, super cool. So I'm always talking about how important ear training is, how important it is to learning your craft, developing your mixing ability, making your production sound better, etc, etc. And previously, the only way that I really had to kind of show how I was do that is really just to make a lot of tracks, compare against references, kind of learn as you go, which is the way that I did it. And I think it's a really, really helpful skill. There's this super sick platform called SoundGym who've been kind enough to sponsor this video, and I've been using them for the past couple of days to kind of actually hone in and test my skills. And it's been super, super crazy. So I want to show this to you guys. I want to show some of the options they have, some of the workouts you can go through for practicing your EQ, your compression, your stereo width, and you'll see that it kind of goes a little bit crazy. Let's jump into it. So this is SoundGym. I've got it all set up here, and straight away you can see they've got all different workouts to challenge like different areas of your ability. So this EQ, compression, stereo, balancing, loads of different stuff going on here. And I found that the ones that I most need practice with and the ones that are also most helpful are the EQ ones and also the compression. The compression is so hard to hear and make decisions based around in context. So being able to actually practice with particular things like this is super, super cool. Let's start with EQ mirror. You set the EQ parameters to try and recreate the sound that you're hearing. So straight away I'm hearing I've got a little bit more low end in mind. Let's take out more low end still. And I'm listening to the kick drum here because that's really telling me what the lowest part of that is. Gotta go there. Oh, not bad, not bad. 162.95. Let's keep going. Straight away, one thing I'm noticing is that the snare and the cymbals have quite a lot of brightness. I think that's where the boost is. Oh, we've got so much clarity, more clarity. We're very similar, but I feel like the cymbals have a bit more harshness. A bit more. I can almost not hear a difference between them now. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of crazy at this still. Let's keep going. Oh, massive difference. Okay, so no kick drum at all. They're almost identical now. Okay, so I was a little bit further off, but still in the green zone. Now it gets a little bit tougher. What frequency is... Okay, so we're dealing with a shelf here, so we're... It could be a boost, you know. I think it might be a boost. I think the kick has a little bit more. I'm not sure. This is a total guess. That's a really tough one. Okay, not too bad, not too bad. That's a really tough one. How much was it actually boosted by? Just like 1 dB of difference? So when you have that kind of harsh resonance, it tells me that you're taking out a frequency just below it or something that's kind of highlighting. Oh, it could be like that around there. Just a bit lower. Gonna sharpen up the Q. No, the reference is right in my, right where the ears are most piercing. Take it down the key. Here it is. That's really tough, but I'm getting around there. Not quite, almost. Okay, so that's super cool. As you can see, you start to learn how you can replicate certain sounds. And one of the things that I'm finding most useful is now that I'm really able to zone in on a specific frequency straight away because I know how it sounds in all these different contexts, right? Being able to train that specifically is just awesome. Let's try another one. Let's go Dr. Compressor. This is a really cool one. Listen to 2 sounds. One's going to be more compressed. Which one? And see if we can tell the difference. Choose the more compressed sound. That was an accident. I wanted to hear the second one, my bad. This one straight away sounds louder. This one feels very open to me. So I can hear more of the back room, which is a good indication to me that it's more compressed. Straight away, this already sounds very compressed. The cymbal is not really hitting very well. So on this particular one, it's a little bit quieter and the snare is a little bit louder. I think this one's more compressed. So you can see when I'm trying to hear compression very specifically, I'm trying to listen to the way the instruments interact. Like a good way to tell with drums is if everything hits on at the same time, are certain elements getting quieter to compensate for that, right? You'd be able to tell if a cymbal hits the same time as the kick, does the kick suddenly duck in volume? Again, that reverb feels in the second one. This one here, the reverb feels like it's more there. That's what happens when you squash a drum kit together with its background reverb. You're gonna pull all that reverb up, kind of bunch it together. I'm gonna go with this one. I don't have a lot to go on here. I'm not really sure. The only thing I'm thinking is when everything else comes out, the toms seem to be a little bit louder, which is an indication to me that this one might be the more compressed one. Yeah, so in the previous one, the toms weren't as loud, but when you have a more compressed signal, when things come out, other things appear louder because suddenly there's space for it to have that, to occupy that kind of that volume range. To me, this one, the snare has a little less pop, a little less transient. So I feel like the faster attack has kind of crushed that a little bit. Yeah. Oh, they're very similar. This one has more room. That's always an indication that there's more compression on. Sounds very similar to me, actually. This one's a little bit louder. The transients are a little bit more punchy. That's a super, super tough one. Straight away, we're hearing the room in this one. That's already telling us exactly like I said, that compression has brought the room verb with it. So what I'm hearing now is it's either more room, but basically the transients on all of those, they sound a little bit longer. Everything just sounds a little bit more flowed out and a little less punchy and a little less staccato, which tells me that the compression on this one could have slightly longer release time, which isn't letting the sound just go. I'm going to go for this one. I might be wrong. Oh, there you go. I want to hear the comparison between those toms. I think there's a little bit more verb on this one. And to be fair, the snare has a little less punch on this as well. Oh, there we go. Okay, level 1, 12 for 12. Not bad, not bad, not bad. So hopefully you guys kind of learnt some of the ways that I try and hear and identify compression and hear and identify EQ as well. But this isn't something that you have to guess at anymore. Check out SoundGym using the link below and you'll be able to check out some of these workouts for yourself. Practice this, develop your ear. It's going to be so helpful in terms of your mixing, creating better beats, better tracks, better songs. Honestly, I'm super, super glad that this is around. Glad I found it. I'll keep you guys updated on how my journey's going. And if you're interested, you can check out, there's even a community here as well, where you can see a whole bunch of other people, keep yourself motivated, climb the leaderboards, and end up with just incredible, incredible ears. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I will catch you in the next one. But for now, peace out.